Hey everyone, this is Rihanna from A Frugal Life, and today we're going to be talking about a very important topic, and that is how to get frugal. So this is a very beginner video. If you're a frugal king or queen already and you have that frugal crown on your head, then you are probably a little bit too advanced for this video. This video is, however, the #1 most important video that you can forward to your friends because it's going to teach them how to be frugal like you. So if you are a frugal king or queen or a frugalista or frugalister, is that how you say it? Click down below on the share button and send this out via Facebook or Twitter to your friends and family. Now, if you are a beginner, this is the video that you're going to want to watch now. So if you're new to the frugal lifestyle via COVID-19 pandemic or not, if you just want to be a little bit more frugal in life, you may have come to us from our Frugal Living Facebook group, you may have come to us from the blog or from our other video channels, or maybe one of your great frugal king or queen friends sent this to you along with a note that you need to be more frugal. In that case, let's get started. So it is the #1 question in our Frugal Living Facebook group, is how to get started. So especially when you come into the group, there are 50,000 members there and thousands of posts, and it's probably very overwhelming. You can't just Google how to be frugal and get any information that tells you where to go. It's all just a mishmash of tips and tricks, and you just don't know where to get started. So I'm going to give you my method to get frugal. If you're brand new to the system, if you're brand new to frugal living, this is what you're going to do. So we're going to get started with something I call the Tac Method, and it is 1, 2, 3 steps. And those steps are TAC: track, analyze, and cut. So we're going to talk about those steps now. You can follow these steps for almost anything that you want to be more frugal at, but we're going to start with something easy. So you don't have to start with your major bills or your rent. You don't have to cut down from your 3-bedroom house to an RV. You don't have to follow the extreme measures and extreme cheapskates. You just have to start with 1, 2, 3 things in your household that you're going to follow these 3 steps on. So the first thing you're going to do, and you don't need an app for this, you don't need a special spreadsheet, don't go to Etsy and look for something crazy. All you need is a pen and paper, and we're going to track. So that first step is track. That's what you're going to do with anything you start out with on your frugal journey, is track. So when you start to lose weight, for example, the first thing those weight loss apps have you do, the first thing they have you do in Weight Watchers or Jenny Craig, is to track all of your calories. They tell you, don't worry about what you're eating, don't worry about what you're doing, just track it, write it all down. So that's what we're going to do first, is we're going to track some expenses. So the first thing we're going to do is pick one thing to try our TAC method out on. So some people like to start with grocery shopping, and many of the frugal living programs that I have gone through or taken a look at starts with grocery shopping. However, I think grocery shopping is a huge thing to start out with. It's overwhelming. You have to change a lot of different things, the way you cook, the way you eat. It's just a little too crazy to start out with and stay on the frugal journey. So you want to start off something quick and easy. So it can be anything you want, but we're just going to choose one thing. So I'm going to say TV subscriptions. So let's start with TV subscriptions. If you don't have something like that, then pick something else you want. The amount that you spend on pets could be something. The amount you spend on PG&E could be something. So we're gonna start by tracking. So get your pencil and your paper out and write down everything. So if you're doing subscriptions, I want you to write down every subscription that you, your husband, and your family has. So it can be a subscription to Hulu, it can be a subscription to Comcast, it's going to be anything TV and game related. If it's a subscription to a game service that your kid has, PS4, anything, you're going to put down on your track list. This should only take a few minutes for you to collect all of these subscription amounts, if they're monthly or weekly, and what you're charged for them. So that was track. So now we're going to analyze it. So take your list of subscriptions, sit down with your whole family or anybody that has one of these subscriptions in your family and go through each one. So you're going to determine at least 1 or 2 things that you can cut off the subscription list. So even if it's just a $7 a month subscription, it is going to make you feel like you're on your way to living frugally. So if you have Hulu, Netflix, and CBS Access and Stars and all these different things, even if it's just $7 a month for one of these things, you're going to cut one of these off your list. So that's analyze and cut. So we tracked, we analyzed, and we cut. So this is a way to start out your frugal living journey without making any major changes to your life that it's going to make you feel like you can't do this thing. So now that we've done one thing, we're going to do something a little bit harder. So we did subscriptions. If you didn't do subscriptions, maybe you did the amount that you spend on pets. You tracked all of their food and their treats and their toys, and you found a way to cut one of them down. You changed a brand amount or a brand of dog food that you buy, or you changed the amount of pet toys that you buy, or you changed the frequency that you get them groomed. So if you get them groomed every 6 weeks, maybe you're going to push it and you're going to get them groomed every 16 weeks. So there's always one thing that you can cut or change to save a little bit money on your list. That was the first one, and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to do tack, track, analyze, and cut one thing. Then we're going to choose something else. Going to go down to the next thing on your line. So if you did subscriptions or pets, now you're going to check something else. So PG&E. PG&E is a little bit different, so this is going to be a little bit different example, but you can still use the Tac method. So let's say you're doing PG&E. You have gas and electric. I have electric and propane, whatever you have. So you don't really know exactly how much draw everything's having, and it's just too crazy to get some kind of sensor and find out how much draws everything's having. But you can go around the house and determine everything that's using electricity and when it's using it. So that's going to be your track. So you're going to get your paper and you're going to say that during the day all of these lights are on the house in all of these rooms. So you have your office, your kids' room, your playroom, the living room, your aunt's bedroom, whatever is on from this time to this time. Their TVs are on from this time to this time. It seems like a lot, but it's not a lot. Just go room for room, determine what's on, how much time it's on for. That's the track method. So next, you're going to analyze. So we're doing PG&E. You're going to get your pencil on your paper and all the stuff you wrote down, and you're going to determine something you can cut out. Maybe you can cut out 2 things off this list. So if you have 6 lights on during the day, you're now going to commit to only having 5 lights on during the day. If you have 3 TVs on during the day, you're now going to commit to only having 2 TVs on during the day, or you're going to commit to turning your TV off 2 hours earlier during the day and reading a book instead. Everything makes a difference in the frugal living space. Everything makes a difference. So determine off that list what you can cut. Now you're living frugally 2 times. Now you've got one thing, you did subscriptions, you did PG&E, or you did something and you did PG&E. One more thing and you've done 3 cuts for the day. Okay, so this is seeming overwhelming, right? You've done 3. You don't really have to do 3. I just like to do 3 to get started. It's like when you start antibiotics, you take a little bit more in the beginning and then you filter down to a regular amount for the rest of the 7 days, right? So we're gonna pick one more thing to track, analyze, and cut. So this can be anything that you want. This can be a hobby. A hobby is a great place to cut down on money. So I do crochet. So let's say that I track everything that I buy for the next 6 months. I don't have to track it, but I can kind of go back and remember everything I bought for crochet in the last 6 months, right? Or the last 6 weeks. Whatever you want to track, write down everything you bought, analyze what you bought, and then start cutting out things you're not going to buy in the future. So if I bought 6 balls of yarn to last me 6 weeks, then maybe in the future I'm only going to buy 5 and I'm going to find smaller projects to do. If you do RC cars and you bought all these parts, maybe you're going to reduce your collection down to 1 RC car instead of 4 RC cars, and you're only going to buy parts for 1 car, right? It doesn't matter. Any hobby can be cut. If you have books and you usually buy 3 books a month, you can cut all of those out and go to the library, or you can only buy 2 books a month and get the 3rd book at the library. So there's always at least 1 to 2 things you can cut from every list you track and analyze. So you've done it. You've tracked, analyzed, and cut 3 things to get you started on that frugal living roll, right? So what else have you done? You're starting on the frugal living roll. You've tracked, analyzed, and cut 3 times. Have you joined the Facebook group down below? Have you checked out the blog, www.frugalife.org? That's going to have resources for you. Have you liked our page, A Frugal Life has a Facebook page that is different than the group. It has additional things. And the most important one, have you shared this video, liked it, and subscribed? So I'm gonna have many more videos that'll get you going on that frugal journey. I'm really dedicating myself to getting more videos out for you now that we're in a pandemic. So subscribe down below, and please share it with somebody that you know. And I will talk to you later on your frugal journey.